As many of you already know, Andrew Tate has recently converted to Islam, which has caused a really mixed reaction from the entire world, particularly the Muslim community. Some people are really happy about it and others not so much. And understandably, there's a lot of confusion surrounding it, so today I'm just going to be going over how and why he converted, whether or not his conversion is genuine, and why I think his conversion is actually a really good thing for everyone. So many people's first question is, why is he Muslim? Where did this even come from? Well, it's actually not out of nowhere, but first let me explain how he found God, because he did go through a bit of a journey. So Tate was actually raised Christian, and like many people who are raised Christian, he later became an atheist.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
And then around late 2021 or early 2022, he realized that God must exist for the following reasons.
Here's the scientific proof for God. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For every force, there's an equal and opposite force. When you truly understand the level of evil in the world today, then you must understand the only equal and opposite force can be God. The thing that made me stop being an atheist is simply the amount of evil I saw around me. I realized there was so much evil and so much injustice and so much... specifically? It's just the endless, genuine, deliberate attempts at destroying the baseline morality of humans. Just making us believe that to the point where pedophilia isn't even bad anymore. Like, incest is okay. Like, things we know are wrong. We just innately know it's wrong. And they're just trying their best to destroy our moralities. And these moralities were installed in us by somebody or something. I believe God now. And they are attempting to destroy them. Who would attempt to destroy the baseline morality that was God-given? Satan. So if Satan is trying to destroy our morality, then God must be real. So equal and opposite forces, Newton's law proved God.
So naturally he became an Orthodox Christian, both because he was raised Christian and because for some reason nowadays Christianity is seen as the default religion. And that was more the case for him because he lived in Romania, which is like the third most Christian country. And then he realized that Christians don't actually follow Christianity. He realized that Christians are tolerant of everything, and if you're tolerant of everything, then you stand for nothing. After realizing that Christianity is bogus, he converted to Islam around October of 2022, because everything he criticized about Christianity was solved by Islam. So converting to Islam was really a no-brainer to him. And this conversion has actually had a really weird reaction from the Muslim community. Of course, many of us were really happy, you know, 3 Muslims, Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah were really happy, and then others not so much. Some people believe his conversion was ingenuine. They believe that he only converted to Islam so he can get more Muslim followers and more people in the Muslim university. But that doesn't make sense because there are more Christians in the world, so why would he appeal to the Muslims when he can just appeal to the Christians, which is a wider market? It just doesn't make sense. And then some say he's ingenuine because of his past. So obviously Andrew Tate has lived quite a haram lifestyle, you know, all the zina, gambling and drinking. And because of that, some people think that he can't be a genuine Muslim because they just assume that what he did then, he's just going to keep doing now. And they assume that because they're butthurt and they just want to assume that. But actually, by doing so, you're sinning because Muslims are supposed to assume the best of other Muslims, especially reverts. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows if someone's reversion is genuine or not. And yes, he does still sin. I had a look at his Twitter, but it's very clear that he doesn't sin as much. Okay, so let's have a look at his Twitter. Yeah, some Nazi. That he's got a dog here. And he's smoking, I think. Yeah, he's smoking a cigar and listening to music. That's not great. Here he appears to be hanging out with an anime woman, which he shouldn't be doing. Being a bit vulgar here. I mean, like maybe it doesn't scream Muslim, but like it doesn't scream not Muslim either, you know? Okay, so he smokes and he listens to music and he reveals his belly button. But what you have to understand is that he's a revert. He's not a prophet or a scholar, he's a human. If you've read Atomic Habits, or if you know anything about breaking bad habits, you know it's not easy. And yes, what he does do and what he doesn't do isn't painfully clear just by looking at his Twitter. So yes, he could be hooking up with girls and he could be drinking, but there is no way for us to confirm that, and as I said earlier, we have to assume the best case scenario. So yes, he sins and he's not perfect, but any revert will tell you that converting doesn't just happen like this overnight. That was nice. I used to be really bad at this. You know, when I first found Islam, like before I took the Shahada, I identified as a Muslim and I believed in Islam, but I did an embarrassing amount of haram things. But alhamdulillah, since I took the Shahada a few months ago, I've reduced it drastically. But anyways, because of that, people shouldn't be hating on him now. He's a brother. He's taking the Shahada, so everything he's done before has been wiped away. And he's giving charity, he's giving dawah, so there's really no reason for anyone to hate on him now. I also think that Andrew Tate's conversion is really good for the Ummah and for the entire world too, and that's for a few reasons. First of all, Andrew Tate fans who aren't already Muslims have actually started to convert to Islam, and they'll continue to, and that's because of how much influence Andrew Tate has. The fact that he converted has brought a lot of attention to Islam, so people are looking into it and actually converting. Also, the fact that Andrew Tate's turning into a better, calmer, nicer, and less sinful person, and the fact that he will continue to change, really just shows everyone how good and how powerful Islam really is. You know, you'd imagine that when Muslims see that, whether they're fans of his or haters, like I used to be, seeing that change really strengthens our iman, because we see the huge amount of change that Islam can cause. And then the non-Muslims, some people say that his conversion is a really bad look for Islam, but that's only really the haters saying that. But Andrew Tate's transformation will make him look a lot more favourable, and it'll make Islam look better, both to his fans and especially to his haters. You know, they'll say, wow, this guy used to be a insert adjective here, and now look at him. Wow, Islam's so flippin' cool, I need to look into this. And then one of my personal favourites, Tate converting to Islam kind of normalizes white people being Muslims. You know, people being like, how can you be Muslim if you're not brown? It's probably going to be a lot less common because now that this white guy, most Googled man on earth, is Muslim. Anyways, this video does seem like I'm tooting Andrew Tate's horn a lot, but I am aware of the bad things he's said and done in the past. At least the things that have proof. And I'm not some die-hard Andrew Tate fan like the ones I've mentioned in my self-improvement video. I literally only followed Andrew Tate like 2 days ago on Twitter. But I am a guy who pursues truth, and I believe that the truth is that Andrew Tate's reversion is genuine and that he's changing and that he will continue to change, inshallah. Anyways, let me know what you think about Andrew Tate down below. If you want to see more of my videos, click here or here. Please leave a like and subscribe. May Allah bless you all. Assalamu Alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.